Hello all, my name is Ratnakishore. Welcome to the Cast channel. Today I am going to start a new playlist, Julia Programming Language. Julia Programming Language is one of the fastest languages we have for the scientific as well as numerical computations. In the near future, definitely it will gain the more popularity based on the capabilities it is having compared to its contemporary programming languages such as Python, R as well as MATLAB. So without any delay, let's start the introduction of the Julia programming language as well as how to install it. Let's start the topic now. Julia, language for scientific and numerical computing. Julia is a high-performance programming language designed for both scientific computations as well as data manipulations. It is fast, easy to learn and use, as well as open source. If you want to observe the performance of the Julia programming language with other programming languages, we have this particular comparison in the official website of Julia programming language, which is julialong.org. To explain this, I am going to consider only few languages among these with Excel pivot chart. Here the comparison we have with Julia programming language and other programming languages. Here I am going to select one of the benchmarks, that is iteration by sum. Here on the y-axis we have the time. Then if you compare all these programming languages, the Julia is giving the best performance with respect to the benchmark iteration by sum. If I considering the matrix multiplication as the benchmark, in that case also you can find a good performance from the Julia because it is taking less time to perform that operation. And let me consider another one. So I am considering recursion Fibonacci as parameter. So here almost the Julia is giving the same performance with C language. Then let me consider another one, recursion quicksort. So here also you can find a good performance with respect to other programming languages. So by considering all these benchmarks, we can say Julia is giving the better performance with respect to various common code patterns. Guys, remember Julia is compilation language, but which performs the compilation at the runtime by using just-in-time compilation. So no need to perform separate compilation step for the Julia programming language. Since the compilation is performed at the runtime, Julia looks like an interpreted language. Next, consider dynamically typed. In Julia, no need to declare the variables explicitly because the Julia uses the dedicated type inference engine at the runtime. That type inference engine will deduce the type of that variable at the runtime. Guys, don't worry about the coding part, just understand. Here var1, var2 and var3, these are the three variables. First I have assigned the var1 with 23 and then I have assigned 76.8 into var2 and I have assigned a string Julia to var3. In all these three cases I did not declare the type of all these three variables. Then if I display the type of that particular variable by using type of function with the help of println statement, then we got int 64. So that means the type of this variable is deduced during the runtime with the help of type inference engine. In the same way, if you observe the second example, 76.8 is assigned to var2, then the type of that var2 automatically becomes float 64. That is also deduced during the runtime by type inference engine. So third variable var3 is automatically inferenced as a string because we have assigned a string Julia into it. So Julia is having the interactive command line, which is also called as REPL. So the command line in Julia is used to execute individual expressions separately. It will implement a REPL. A REPL means read, evaluate, print loop. So for every expression, it will implement this particular loop. The Julia reads the expression and evaluates that expression and finally prints the result of that expression. So this loop will be repeated for every expression that you have given at the command line. I will show the command line now. To get the command line, in the search bar I am typing Julia. So don't worry about the installation and all. I will give you the steps for the installation. Just understand how you can go with the Julia command line. Then if you click on open, you will enter into the command line of the Julia, where you can give the valid expressions. I am giving the expression 1 plus 2. Now Julia implements a REPL. First it reads this expression and then it evaluates it. After the evaluation, it will print the result. Then I am pressing the enter to implement the REPL. Then I got 3. And Julia is ready now for the next expression to implement a REPL. To exit from the command line, then use a function exit, or Ctrl D also you can use. Next, package manager. So Julia is having its own built-in package manager, so that handles the operations such as installing, updating as well as removing the packages. The built-in package manager in the Julia is pkg. Note that where P is the capital letter. So next we are considering multiple dispatch. With multiple dispatch in Julia, each function can be associated with different methods. With each method, we can implement a separate behavior. Here each method will have its own signature with a different number of arguments or different types of arguments. As an example, here I am using a function add with 3 methods. So in the first method, I am using the function name add, and then it is taking 2 arguments a and b. So both are of 64-bit integers, and it is returning a value a plus b. And then I am using the same function with a different method, that is with a different signature. Here I am using only one argument, that is a, which is of 64-bit integer, and then it is returning the value which is computed as a is equal to a plus 1. That means it is incrementing the value of a given. And the third method we have for the add function is add. Here I am supplying 2 strings here, a and b both are strings now, and then I am returning the concatenation of both the strings. Now I am calling the add function with 23 and 55. Since both are integers, so the signature is matched with the first method. Then it will return a plus b. And in the next statement, I am calling the same function with only one argument. So that is 6, which is integer. Then this is matched with the second method signature. Then it will increment the value given 6. And in the third statement, I am calling the same function add with 2 strings, king and cobra. Then automatically after executing this, we will get 78 as the return value of the first add function that will be displayed. That is the addition of 23 and 55. And because of the second add function, we got the increment of 6, that is displayed because of the println statement. 7 we got. And because of the third function call, which is matched with the third signature, we will get king cobra. So that is about the method dispatch. And the next thing is Julia is open source, which is licensed under MIT license, and its source code is available with GitHub. Then I am going to show the source code of this Julia programming language on the GitHub. So this is the GitHub repository of the Julia programming language, where you can find everything about this language. Its source code and its readme text, everything you can find here. So next we will see various packages we have with respect to Julia. So Julia is having good number of packages. I have mentioned only some of the packages supported by the Julia here with respect to various domains of working. Finally, I want to give you the process of installation of Julia. You can download and install the Julia from its official website, that is julialong.org. I will provide the link in the description. Use that to download and install it. Suppose if you want to use the Julia with Jupyter Notebook, then we have a package called iJulia. To use the Julia with Jupyter Notebook, first Anaconda should be installed on your system. I am assuming the Anaconda is already installed in your system. Then follow these steps. Open the Julia command line and then execute the following statements on the command line using pkg. That means we are going to use the package manager, and then we are adding iJulia. Guys, carefully consider the Python is case sensitive. So that's why in the first statement, make sure P is capital. In the iJulia, I and J letters are capital letters. And then we have another option to get IDE. we can install Julia Pro IDE from Julia Computing. So which is the combination of two tools actually, Atom and Juno. So Atom is a text editor and Juno is the official IDE for the Julia. So combination of these two is available as Julia Pro in Julia Computing website. So that's all guys. This is the introductory part for the Julia programming language and also steps to download and install Julia. In the next video I will start the numbers supported by the Julia. Guys, in coming 1 or 2 years we can see a good boom for the Julia programming language because of its high performance compared with other programming languages. So my sincere suggestion is to go with Julia. If you have the Python language experience, it is like a cakewalk for you to understand the concepts. Even you don't have the prior knowledge on the Python, don't worry. I will try to give the step-by-step information to you to understand every aspect of the Julia.